Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video I am copying a video that I have seen online a couple of times now. These are all products that I love that I absolutely hate the packaging of. So all of these are products that I really enjoy and I use, but I wish the packaging was basically something else. And I am going to give you the alternative. I'm going to give you what I wish it was, but this is like, why? Like, it's just not been thought out very well, I don't feel like. I feel like it's not very user friendly, but I still use because I really like the product. So starting with probably what I would consider the most controversial one out of all of these. I know so many people love this product. I absolutely love this product. Use it pretty much every single day, but boy do I wish the packaging was different. The e.l.f. Halo Glow. Why is it in this packaging that makes an awful farty sound every time you put it back in? The way that I like to use this is to mix it in with foundation. So I have to take this out and swipe it onto the back of my hand, then do that 3 or 4 times, and then pump out my foundation and mix it in. Why can't this just be in a pump bottle? Why can't it just have a pump on it, or even the option of a pump on it? Then you can still use it in the same way because you can pump it out and apply it, or if you're going to use a brush you can pump it out and pick it up with a brush. I just feel like they've copied the Charlotte Tilbury one, that's why they've done it like that, but why did Charlotte Tilbury do it like that? Like, it just makes zero sense to me. It's not hygienic. Like, if you're an actual makeup artist, it's not hygienic to be like swiping it onto somebody's face, so you have to do it onto like the back of your hand or onto a palette or something like that to like get the product out, where a pump would be a lot easier. Does anybody else feel like that with that one, or is it just me that like really hates that? The similar product to this that I love is the Beauty Bay Glow Filter. This has a pump, so I can use this in exactly the way that I want to. I prefer the finish of the e.l.f. one. I love this. I tend to reach for the Glow Filter more, the Beauty Bay one, because it's just so much easier to use. It gives the same effect. I can use it in exactly the same way, but I just use this one so much more because of the packaging. Like, the packaging of that e.l.f. one, honestly, the sound of the thing going back into the bottle upsets me. It upsets my stomach, it turns my stomach. I just hate it, and I know that I've just waffled on for however long about the noise that an applicator makes going into a glass bottle, but I just don't enjoy it. And I feel, yeah, I do, I feel like that's controversial because so many people love that product. I love the product, I do genuinely love the product, but whoa, the packaging, hate it. Going on to the base, again, why can't products just give you a pump? The Lottie London Velvet Skin Tint. Absolutely love this product, but it's so messy. Again, the same thing, it's just so messy. Put a pump on it. Put it in a little glass bottle and give me a pump. It would be so much easier to use. I would be able to control the amount of products that I get out a lot more because I either get not enough or way too much, whereas with a pump, at least I know I need 1 pump or I need 2 pumps. That gives me like a measurable amount, whereas with this I'm like, oh, sort of like a 5p sized amount. Just completely eyeballing it, and 99% of the time I get the wrong amount. And this is another one that I like to mix in with other more full coverage foundations. So again, I'm like, I can take 1 pump of, off the top of my head, like the Milani 2-in-1 foundation, and I can put around about the same amount of products from the Lottie London one, mix it together. But it would just be so much easier if it was in a pump. Obviously I know, like, it's convenient, it's in like a soft plastic tube, but could you not put a pump on there as well? I mean, I don't know, maybe you can't, I don't know, maybe that's not a possibility. But like, give me a pump. I just feel like it would be so much easier. Then for concealer, this is, again, just really, really awful packaging. It's the Revolution Fast Base Concealer. So this is like a sponge tip, sort of a twisty up doodah. All around the lid, round here, gets so much product on it. Like, there's so much wastage with this, and then every time I take the lid off, I just end up absolutely covered in it. You twist it up and all of the product comes out, that's absolutely fine. You apply it, whatever. That's not my favourite way. I would rather just have a tube with a doe foot applicator. I feel like I've used this up really, really quickly, and I feel like I get a lot less product in it, and I don't know if it's just because it's all getting all over the packaging. Like, it's just covered, absolutely covered. Again, not very hygienic. Would rather just have a doe foot standard concealer applicator. The sponge, I feel like, again, I either get not enough product or way too much product. It's harder to control. I love the actual concealer, I love the actual product that's in it, but I just find the packaging, again, just really difficult to use, really dirty, really, I don't know, I just wish that it was something else, just wish that it was a standard concealer. I have a cream bronzer, or like a liquid bronzer, and this is the whole reason that I was going to make this video. As soon as I saw those other people doing this video, I was like, I know exactly which product I'm going to put in this. The Profusion West Coast Glow Liquid Bronzer. Absolutely love this bronzer, cannot stop using it. Use it pretty much every single day. But why is it in this sort of a packaging? It's so inconvenient. So it's like sort of the same as the last one, where it's like a twisty up at the bottom. That doesn't bother me, like that's fine. I feel like I would prefer it if it had a regular sponge tip. The problem with this is the tip. Why, please, is it that shape? When I am applying my bronzer, I like quite a lot of bronzer. So I obviously do like on my cheeks, across my forehead, other cheek, under the jaw, down the sides of the nose, and I have to apply, twist up more, apply, twist up more, apply, twist up more, and it just takes me absolutely forever because the applicator is so small. You can only twist up not very much product to then apply it, and also the applicator on the end of here is so firm, it's so hard that you can't like blend it with this tip. You have to just apply it and then instantly go in with something else, whereas I feel like if you had something like the Charlotte Tilbury wand sort of an applicator, you can sort of dot it on and then blend it a little bit, not a lot obviously, but you can sort of move it around a little bit, whereas this is just so firm that you can't, like, it feels like it's not scratchy, but it feels uncomfortable to have it on your skin, to have the actual applicator touching your skin. The only way that I prefer this applicator over something like just a regular bronzer wand, the only way that I prefer this is for down the sides of the nose. Like, you can be very precise with it, but I feel like for the rest of the face it's just inconvenient. It just takes me forever, and I really don't like the feeling of it like actually on my skin. The actual product inside, the colour, the way that it blends out, the longevity, everything else I absolutely love, but that strange little applicator does my head in. Similarly to the bronzer, I have feelings about my all-time favourite blush. This is the blush that I'm wearing today. I absolutely love it, cannot get enough of it, but I do wish the packaging was a little bit different. So this is the Collection Filter Finish Liquid Blush Light Wand. This, again, gets so messy. So I'm going to show you this, but please don't judge. Because you squeeze up the product, and I'm not going to do it now because obviously I don't want to put any on, because you squeeze up the product and then apply it, it gets everywhere, like it's all inside the lid, and I wish that this had the little locking mechanism that some of these sorts of products have, but these ones don't, the e.l.f. ones don't. This one, however, from Primark does. This is the PS Pro Cream Blush Luminous Finish, and I will show you up close. Firstly, I've only used this once, so it does look a lot cleaner, but this has this little locking mechanism here, so it's open, you can squeeze the product out, and then you can lock it, and no matter how much I squeeze this now, no product is coming out. So I'm not wasting product. I feel like the collection one is quite wasteful because obviously all of that product is now getting stuck inside the lid. If I were to squeeze this really hard now, it would just fill the lid with the product. So it's not very travel friendly. It's messy, like I say, all of that product like gets all up in the lid, and it's just not my favourite. Like that small little thing, that small little locking mechanism would stop this being so wasteful and would stop me hating it that little bit. I mean, I love it. I love it. I use this, again, it's another product that I use pretty much every single day. I absolutely adore it. But that little lock would just change the game for me. That's like literally the only thing that I would change about this product. I love it, but the packaging, that's the whole point of this video, so I am going to keep saying it. Then on to powder, and again, my all-time favourite powder is this one, but the packaging. This is the Revolution IRL Powder Duo, so it's got a little pressed powder on the top, it's got a mirror in here, which I do enjoy. Is it necessary? No, but like it's convenient having it all in one. And then you twist off the top, and underneath there is a loose powder. This loose powder is the best powder I have ever used. If you have dry skin and you normally hate powder, then I am with you, okay? I am so picky with powders. This one is truly fantastic, but I can't travel with it. Not that I ever really travel anywhere, but if I am going to work and then going straight out, as I am doing this weekend, I can't take this with me, because by the time I get to the place where I'm getting ready, after traveling with this in a makeup bag, in my handbag or whatever, this will have been thrown around, and all of this powder will then be in this lid. That is such a waste, because as soon as I take that lid off, it's gonna go absolutely everywhere. It's just got a standard sort of sifter, sort of actual physical holes in the plastic, which is fine for keeping out on my table. It's fine for using on like an everyday basis, but this is so bulky, and you know, the addition of the pressed powder, I very, very rarely use the pressed powder. It's fine. I just don't love a pressed powder on myself. The loose powder is like where it's at, but I can't take this whole thing with me if I am needing to do my makeup on the go, which is sort of where I need a powder to like come into its own. If I am needing a powder, then I am needing it when I'm out and about. So this is not the one that I take out and about with me. However, the next product I'm going to talk to you about is one that I love the packaging of. Absolutely love the packaging of, but I really don't like the actual product. So what I'm going to do is, at some point, I'm going to empty this out and put this powder into this packaging. This is the Collection Vit Hit Vitamin Fix Blurring Setting Powder. This has a little screw lid, then it has, and I don't know, I think it's focusing, it has this little plastic Can you see all of that? Has this little plastic lifty up thing, and then in here is a mesh sifter. I don't really know what word you would use. This is such a fine powder, and I feel like it's very mattifying, and like I say, I'm very particular with powders. If you are very oily, you'll probably like this one. I am not. So this with the little plastic thing to hold the product in, and also the mesh rather than just the straight up holes in the plastic. This is so much more travel friendly. I feel like I can see all of that powder like flying in front of my lights. So much more travel friendly, but I don't really love the product inside. It's fine. I don't love it. So I just wish this packaging was like this, you know? And then lastly is a lip product. And this is like a lip product and a cheek product. I just use it as a cheek product because of the way that the packaging is. If the packaging was different, I probably would use it on my lips as well. This is the Lottie London Cheeky Kiss Cream Lipstick and Blush Stick. This is a love heart shaped lipstick, which just makes it so impossible to actually draw on your lips. Whenever I try and use this on my lips, I always end up going too far outside of my lip lines because you can't actually see properly where you're applying it. As a blush on your cheeks, I absolutely love it because you don't have to be so precise with it. The only way that I use this on my lips is if I'm doing that sort of similar to what I've got on now, where it's like a little bite of colour in the centre of your lips, so I can like, I didn't mean to put it on, but you get the idea. Swipe it on like the inside of my lips and then blur it outwards. If I want anything precise, if I want to actually get the colour like to my lip line, this is absolutely not going to work. I understand it's very cute. It is a very, very cute little love heart applicator. Like, it's very fun. But for actually applying your lipstick, again, just really inconvenient. So they are all of the products that I wanted to talk to you about today. Let me know, are any of these, like, would you put these in your list as well if you were thinking of products that you have that you love but you hate the packaging of? Would any of these be in your list as well? If you are new here, if this is the first video of mine that you've ever seen, then hello, my name is Millie. I post 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. It's always affordable and it's always cruelty free. So if that's the sort of content you are into, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.